OnChain. Hey, OnChain revolution, Bitcoin not an illusion. Market recap, then I do a roll call. You're not bullish in the vocal. Look at the price action, Yeah, send it to the deck. Sell it through the stack. Ordinals the best. Too much Bitcoin, gotta go to read. If you end up bearish, gotta put the knee pad. Let me see the comments. Look at the fear and greed index. Bridge. Look at the chart.
Welcome back to the fourth episode of the Trader's Edge. Today's episode is called Live Trading Competition because, guys, we're going to be hanging out today. We're going to be relaxing, and we're going to be trading on the amazing Artura.finance website. So this is the game plan for today. We're each going to get $25 in PUSD, and we will try to get the highest P&L. There's going to be four of us. It's going to be me, Yagobi, Marion, and Instant, and we're going to be going one by one. And then at the end, we're going to do the same. We're going to make sure we do the same close, right? And then kind of so that we can make sure that everyone has the same amount of time and everything like that. So the trading pairs you're going to do is Bitcoin and Ethereum, and the max leverage you can do is 25x. Those are the rules, and we're going to have some fun today. We're also going to get into some charts and some market stuff as well. See how Marion's feeling about what's happening this week. I mean, tomorrow we have the PPI, then we have CPI, and then potentially we're going to get a 0.5 rate cut, 50 basis points. It could be absolutely huge. We can get his opinion on that and kind of hang out, relax. It's going to be a fun episode, guys. So come hang out with us. But before we get started, we bring in my partner for this one, as always, Mr. Yagobi. What's up, buddy?
What's up,
man? We both been looking for this all week. I'm really excited for this one. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I didn't realize that this is pretty much going to be a scalp trade, so I completely flipped my strategy just now. I think like 2 minutes before you went live with the intro there, but I'm excited about it. I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to show some people, how to easily access Artura.finance and make quick trades. But obviously, this is a scalp kind of fun, friendly competition. It's not something, we're recommended to everybody to follow copy trade. Don't copy trade these. These are more of just kind of fun and showing you guys how quick and easy it is to use Artura.
100%. See, I knew you don't read my notes, man. I know you don't read my show notes because I had it written in there. God damn it. No, I'm just kidding. All right, let's have some fun, guys. Let's bring up the guys. Let's bring up Mary, and let's bring up Instant. Guys, welcome back to the fourth episode. What's up, dudes?
Yo.
Awesome. Great to be here.
Can you believe it's episode 4 already?
Yeah, it's been awesome. Very excited for this one as well. So
awesome.
For sure.
So let's jump right into it. So the first thing you guys want to do is head over to the amazing Artura.finance website, and you'll come over here, and then you'll need some PUSD. If you guys need help getting started, we do have a full video for you guys in our library at OnChain Revolution. You guys can head over there, check and just type in Artura. Pretty much, you can probably go to YouTube and type in Artura. It should come up as well. But if you need help with that, you can just DM me, and I can find it for you. We're going to be doing another one as well really soon. Just make sure you guys are all caught up. But for this one, let's jump right into it here. We're going to get started with this. So let's, all right, Yagobi, we'll start with you. What do you want to do, my friend?
So first I want to trade Ethereum. So let's switch it from Bitcoin to Ethereum. All right. And I want to take a long. So switch it from sell to buy on the top.
Okay.
Let's do I want to do a 25x. I know that's, maxing it out there, but we are trying to get the highest P&L for this hour, and that's what I want to do. I want to do a 25x, and I can go into why I did that at the end once we kind of go over each.
All right, I'm locking you in, man.
Let's
network fee about 3 cents. So you got to love that on Botonics for sure. All right, and it does look like you're going to be locked in about 4 to 5 seconds here.
And it will show my liquidation price as soon as this trade pops up here, right? And then you can see right there 41.33. Okay, I definitely think I'm in a safe range for the next hour. So,
all right, let's go with Marion. Marion, what do you want to do, bud?
Let's go BTC long 25x all in.
All in. He's done a big Bitcoin 25. All right, got $25 there, 25x. We're gonna buy it long, lock it in, confirm.
Lock it in.
Lock them up.
Trey Taylor, crew tractor.
And it does look like I said, in about 4 to 5 seconds, your trade should be popping down here, and we can make sure everything is correct. There it is. All right. Oh no, that is a short. That was a mistake by Shizzy, but we can fix it because Artura is that fast and awesome that we can actually come over here and we can lock it in the 25. All right, and that was my fault, guys. All right, that is done, and then we're going to
Bye.
that in. Buy.
Yeah.
Yep, and then buy long, confirm. All right, and then about 4 to 5 seconds, we should have that trade over there. So all right, so we'll go to instant. What do you want to do, bud?
So is it one token, one trade? Is that how it works?
No, you get $25. You can use it any way you want.
Let's do I was gonna do I checked the chart like 2 hours ago, and I was like, Bitcoin looks pretty good for a very quick short, but now I think it's rebounding. It seems like everyone's going long. Let's do like a tenor on a 25x long on BTC.
Okay.
Tenor, 25x long
buy. I'm gonna buy it long.
Boom.
25x, lock it in.
And then let's do the a 15 on Ethereum.
Ooh, I like this, dude.
Let's do 20x. It's not for the full. Yeah, let's do
$15.
$15. Yeah.
Okay. 25x, and we're gonna go long. You said?
Yeah, let's do long again on ETH.
Long. And I'm on ETH. Yep. So everything should be locked in. Everything's looking good. We're gonna buy it long. Confirm. So everyone is long here, and make sure everything pops up here.
I'm in the lead. Let's go.
Just waiting for his trade here. Y'all gonna be the only one in the green. All right, so what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna opposite trade Yago be here. I'm gonna get $25 short.
It's not gonna work out. Not gonna work out well for you, buddy.
Oh, the max trades are opened. You can only do 4 trades.
Yeah, because we've done four right there.
Did my double dip money mess that up?
I'm gonna have to close you out here, and you have to do a
double
redo. I apologize. I should have did research on this. And,
I should have brought that up too. I forgot. We recently put that limitation in place. It's a new security feature.
Is that new limitation?
I do
like a good one though.
It was a recent one while we were running some of the campaigns, and we were getting hit with a lot of trades simultaneously from people trying to do the quests and things like that. So, we'll have to release a higher amount in the future.
But remember that also being in cash is also a position. No position is also a position.
That is true. But you'll have 0 P&L, but that's better than L's, right? So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. You beat the negative people.
Yeah.
But automatically lose to the positive though.
Yeah, man. So what do you want to do? Instant 25 ETH or 25 Bitcoin? Or you want to go the opposite?
Let's do ETH. Let's do.
Okay.
I'll do a long on ETH.
You want to do 25?
Yeah.
You got it. 25.
Yagavi did 20. He did, right?
I did.
25.
25.
You want to go smaller?
Can I put a stop loss on this?
I mean, I can do it if you want.
No. Well,
I think
I have to, right, to differentiate the trades.
It's up to you,
no, because you'll be starting at a different, like my entry is at 42.88. Yours will be different than mine.
Okay, let's run it then. Let's run the long.
Right.
Yeah.
25x. There you go.
Yeah, so 42.88 is my entry. So I'll write that down. 88 is my entry.
All right. And I guess I'll still be the only one who takes the short here.
Which you never go short. So
I never go short, but I like
to
being
make your stomach hurt.
A little bit.
Short?
I'm not gonna lie. I feel scummy, but it's all right. It's just a fun game. Max trades opened. What? I was just able to do 4.
Maybe it's not
refresh.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
A second. All long. Some bullish short-term sentiments, at least.
100%, dude. That's how we roll here.
I wonder if you can do I wonder if it's going to let you do opposite of something that you've already done. Let's see.
I think you can. I think we've done it in the past. So.
All right, nice. I think it's about to pull up here. Okay, there we go.
All right.
We're all in. We're all in. So this is cool.
Let's go.
So I went opposite of Marion here. So that's going to be, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I went Bitcoin last second there. I was like, let me do Bitcoin. All right. So that's the trades, guys. We're locking them in. So we'll come back in just about 20 minutes. Make sure you guys hang out with us so you guys can find out who won this and who will be crowned the #1 champion of this for sure. So let's jump back to our normal screen. And we do have another special guest joining us. We got the amazing Ace. Ace, welcome back to the 4th episode of the Trader's Edge. What's up, bud?
I think he's probably trying to get
break.
the audio. The audio is probably on mute. It's on mute there. I'm not sure if he knows that.
Yeah,
but
no worries. All right. We'll just jump into some trader talk here. So obviously tomorrow we have a big day. We have producer price index, and then on Thursday we have the consumer price index. These are 2 inflation data points that a lot of people are saying does not matter because the Fed is more concerned about the jobs numbers. We did have a job number get revised this morning with close to 1 million jobs not there as they expected. So that's pretty crazy. But Marion, how are you feeling with the markets right now? How are you feeling about the next couple of days?
To be honest, today I was a bit surprised because on the Forex Factory the news for today didn't pop out. I just saw the insane manipulation at 10 a.m. So yeah, it was a bit tough. But yeah, I expect a good CPI number. I'm just waiting to see how it goes, and I think that the second half of the week should be pretty good for the trading. Now it's not many trades. I didn't have any trade this week yet because mostly just anticipating that news to get the fuel in the market.
Yeah, man. So what is tomorrow? Are you concerned anything with the producer price index, which is tomorrow? Is that, or is it mainly just the consumer price index?
No, just the CPI. Those are that's like in the big 3 red news. PPI is just our normal red news. So CPI is a bit more stronger. So that's what I'm focusing on.
Yeah, I tend to agree with that. Normally, I think last month was a little bit of an anomaly, but I think it's probably because Jay Powell was anticipating kind of like the vendor to wholesale kind of, how it would be affected. And it did affect us. But you mentioned something about the news today kind of manipulating. Are you talking about the international news, like with the kind of like the war and stuff like that that's happening?
Ones that Shizzy said about the jobs
numbers.
Yes,
Okay.
And I don't know what the news were because the Forex Factor didn't like show it on the website. It showed me like it's a newsless day, and it's still showing that. But it was I don't know what news were it.
So traders rely on that, right? So that's like a resource that you look to in case anything big is happening.
Yeah.
So that's where you're saying the manipulation's happening because they should have posted a headline about some of the stuff.
Because I was just posting a limit order on the GBP USD short one, and the order didn't go through, and I was like, what the hell? And the market just pumped like pretty insane, just huge manipulation. Get those, I think it was buy side orders. They just swept it. And then at the end, that my fair value gap was respected, but I will be out because of this huge manipulation that I didn't see on the news calendar.
Yeah, because the revised stuff is weird, right? Because it's like I've seen a couple, like I've only been following this type of job stuff for a little while now, but it seems like when they revise something, it's very random. It's never like time or day. So it's just like it's almost like they're like, we want to long the market right now, so we're gonna put this news out right now. It came out at like 8:47 or something, right? Not like 9 o'clock.
Yeah. I think
so.
Around
so that's Yeah, so that started the day red, but then later on, even like during our live stream show, there was news reports of Israel bombing
Yeah.
parts of Qatar, and that kind of added on top of it, right? Well,
Mhm.
let me ask you this: you know, you've been experienced from previous cycles and stuff. Is this the same every cycle? Like this type of manipulation to where like your forex news feed didn't come out, and sometimes you'll see this random headline, or do you feel like it's being more manipulated this year?
For this war news, like we usually are seeing this now in this cycle, like pretty often. So I think we are getting a hold of it currently. We are not like excited about it anymore. Just going with the flow. But this with the forex news, I was a bit surprised, to be honest.
Yeah, 100%. I agree. So what are you thinking for the markets now? I guess does it really just depend on the number, or do you see maybe this number doesn't matter with the jobs data that's messed up right now, and a lot of people are saying the R word right now, which is
Yeah.
recession. Do you see anything like that potentially happening? Because that could be a huge catalyst to the downside, or a huge just disruptor to this bull run that we're all kind of hoping for.
Well, we'll see. But for now, I see that we are heading into this weekly FEG from the last week, like we told. Like we even left the equal highs from the NFP on the Friday, which we didn't swap the liquidity. So we have some like pretty huge liquidity lining there. And I was expecting today to see it get swept, but we just front run that again and created more liquidity there. So this is a must to like sweep. There are like
Hmm.
two stop losses that are just hanging there.
What that sounds like to me is that like when you're a little bit maybe confused with the fundamental analysis, like headlines and stuff like that, you go to technical analysis to get confirmation of what maybe you were assuming. Is that what you just kind of broke down?
Yeah, exactly that.
Got you. So that's awesome if you can use both, right? I think that's like the balance. One person tends to like fall more in love with technical analysis, or one relies more on the fundamental analysis, like the PPI and stuff.
Mhm.
One thing that's been confusing me a ton is the fact that I'm very sure that we're going to have a rate cut September 17th or 18th, whenever
Yeah.
it's going to happen. But we haven't been buying the rumor. Typically, you will buy the rumor and sell the news for a rate cut event or anything big like that. Are you noticing that too? And if so, why do you think it's different this time? Why aren't we buying this rumor up and excited about, you know, September 18th and selling it then, as opposed to just not really buying much right now?
It really is weird because it's like a ghost town. Even the sentiment on the Twitter, from what you can see, like OnChain is dead, no new plays, just a waiting game. Like pretty complete ghost town. And people are saying on the Twitter that September is just a ghost town. But we have so much news like rate cuts, PPI, CPI, NFP. It's like a newsful month. We need to have some action. But like you said,
What do you?
what?
No, I'm sorry. Go.
No, like Agobi said, we didn't have like any push up that we were expecting to see prior the rate cuts.
You mentioned like September is usually a ghost town. From your experience, though, is it? Because like me and Yagobi, we were lucky enough to have an incredible September in 2023 because we were trading like Bitcoin ordinals and stuff. But like besides that, like from your perspective, how has September been the last, let's just say, 4 or 5 years? Has it been like this?
Well, it wasn't. Yeah, this cycle is pretty tougher. There are not like a lot of runners like it was prior this one.
Yeah.
So
Gotcha. I'm gonna shoot over to Instant. So, how are you feeling with markets? Someone that you guys, you guys are building heads down, building a lot of the time, right? How are you guys feeling about the market right now? Because this is a big month for you guys. You guys have a lot going on, especially with this. You guys are launching this. If it's running, it's up and running. But how are you guys feeling with the markets? Or well, from a builder's perspective, does it really matter?
Yeah, I mean, I think it always matters to some degree. I think like, a lot of people, and I think like us included, are looking at, Q4 to really be like the decision maker for like the cycle. So, I mean, it's been like historically like, pretty good in some of the later months. So I think like, a lot of, people that are on the building side are, starting to prepare to release like some big announcements in preparation for later in this year, us included. And I think like, for like a trader, it might be quiet, but I always like, it's always like in the times that are the slowest where like people are really building. Like how many times in like bear markets, like they're like, you think there's like nothing going on. And then as soon as like the bull kicks in, there's like 1,000 projects that you feel like you've missed. And then you're like, oh, where did all these like projects come from? And I think like, you can't really forget that like, just because like, some things might be slow, trading wise, like, there's so much being built in the background. And, it only takes like one new, popular, standard or, another new contract or, a new platform to just kind of like send everybody into like a frenzy and be like, well, this is the next 1,000x, and that could come tomorrow, that could come a week from now. So, you have to like look what the sentiments are, but this is like a tech industry. People are building no matter what.
Yeah, 100%. I said one last question about this. So, you with you guys are building this leverage trading platform. Are you guys seeing a lot of traders come on board? Because I'm checking the leaderboard every day, and I see a crap ton of new people that I've never seen before. Every day, you guys are averaging about 10. It looks like 10 to 20 new people, which is pretty incredible. What are you guys seeing from the back end? And are traders really? It seems like they're really enjoying what you guys have built.
Yeah, it's coming on. Botanics, is great, but it can be a little annoying to bridge over. So we're working on better bridging solutions. But yeah, I think everyone's been kind of enjoying it so far. We're running mini games in our Discord too. Like we just concluded one where if you have like the highest volume for I think like Thursday to this past Sunday, you won our weekly prize, and we're gonna have more of those in the future. But yeah, sort of like, as you can see here, like it's really anybody's game. Like a nice, like one trade can send you to the top of the leaderboard. And it's like, we have a 10K prize pool. I think first place gets 5K if I'm correct. So that's like 50% of the prize. Like it's massive. You can like do it in one trade still. You just have to have kind of like some conviction. You can send it. And yeah, you could even be like a runner up and win as well. So it's like a really good opportunity to kind of get invested in the ecosystem, and you have a good shot at winning this as well.
Yes, it's super exciting stuff, especially whenever you guys are throwing this competition together. And this is for people to kind of get familiar with the platform, as well as have that chance of winning a good chunk of money. Also, you guys are gonna be incorporating different assets in the future. You talked about derivatives on the platform. We already talked about Bitcoin synthetic fungible tokens.
Mm-hmm.
There's a question here from Stan. He's talking about gold, right? Is it on a revenge tour? Could you guys actually like integrate gold or like oil derivatives and stuff like that to trade?
Yeah, definitely. Anything's available to trade in Artura. We're working out some more trading pairs in the near future. So we have like a plethora lined up, and we're going to be releasing them sort of throughout the next several months, so that we are trying to give the most variety possible that we can, especially in like the Bitcoin ecosystem. We're trying to be the number one perp dex where users can come and trade these like super niche assets that they wouldn't be able to trade anywhere else, including things like gold. In terms of when something like that would be possible for us to onboard, it's just a matter of like bandwidth and resources. So I think we're going to start at least with like more crypto adjacent trading pairs, and then move on to gold. But I mean, our team has been talking about it, and I've seen also on the timeline people are talking about like gold a lot as well, and what the move is there. So yeah, definitely possible. We're looking into it.
Bro, I'm trying to long milk and short bread. Is that something I'll be able to do?
Assets have a very short shelf life.
I'm just kidding. But yeah, absolutely awesome, man. Let's kind of get into one of the questions here. Basically, you're winning along, Marion, right? When a headline hits like today, do you flip, exit, or trust your stop loss in this scenario?
Stop loss has a job, so let it do its job.
You want
Yes.
to just jump in and save yourself a few bucks before stop loss,
No,
or
no,
Okay.
because you're not following your trading plan. Then what if it just like gets too close to stop loss and it just inverses? Like I had those trades in my career, so you always need to journal, and that's why you always just go with the stop loss, because from my data and from my journaling, I see that that's how I need to go and play my charts.
The discipline
so-
with Marian is great.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's so funny because, like, you know, sometimes, and I've been in these situations to where I set a stop loss, and I'll close before it because I feel like the momentum has swung, right? But I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right in the sense of, look, the stop loss has a job, and if you're gonna close it before it can do its job, or even like get in the situation to, you know, close to it, then your emotions are most likely involved at this point.
Exactly.
Because you're now removing the job of one of your guardrails.
Yes.
So I love that answer.
Yeah, me too. Ace would love to know your opinion on this as well. I'm not sure.
I don't know. He might
must
be having
have it.
audio issues.
Yeah.
I think he's typing in
I
the
see
chat.
him typing in the private chat, but I don't see
What's-
it.
What's up?
There
What'd
he
you
is.
say?
Oh,
Shit,
man.
there he is.
What's up, man?
What was the,
So
say the
basically-
question one more time?
Yeah, so basically when you're in a trade, news hits like today, right? Like something happened today where it was 9,000 jobs from March were revised that never happened, right? They just disappeared. They were never part of it. But let's just say you're in a trade. What do you do? Do you flip, exit, trust your stop loss? What are you doing?
I trust my stop loss.
Yeah.
Really, yeah. It's
Yeah.
kind of like what you really like set it up for. It's like that's the whole point of like a setup, right? So you do that, and then you get to trust your stop loss and not really worry about it. So, or the alternative is like you can keep depending on like you're short or long. When these announcements happen, typically like I'm long when it comes to these announcements, so I just go like low leverage, like 2.5x leverage, high size, and then just let it chill. Because eventually, like it'll recover. It may take a beating in the interim, depending on how the market reacts. But after that, like I just think it'll recover. For example, is that like a 2.5x long, like on pump, hyper liquid, right? So for me, like those are typically like the best strategies to do.
It definitely allows you to get more sleep at night if you kind of get yourself in a situation of using low leverage like that in an opportunity, and that's where greed comes in and really messes with traders that are in the start, right? It's because like you don't realize that your collateral was smaller than a 2.5x, right? You're still getting more of an opportunity than what you had in your collateral. So, but you always want to, like, in the mind of, you know, a beginner, a lot of times you want more. You want to be able to win more and stuff like that. So I agree. I think that like in putting a stop loss in a 2.5x situation is just that extra cushion, but your stop loss is going to be way lower. You know what I mean? It's going to be like if you. So I see where Ace is coming from for sure on that perspective.
I would imagine too, in regards to like Marian with like, you know, journaling and having like an ironclad strategy that, you know, if you're doing things like, you know, deviating from the strategy based on like kind of emotional inputs, then it probably just like makes the, you know, harder to identify patterns or analyze, you know, go back and analyze these things. If you have all these kinds of like, you know, messy little inputs or emotional inputs that are like kind of affecting your trades, and then it just makes it harder to identify like, you know, patterns in your trading or ways to improve if there's like all these like extra kind of anomalies in it. You know, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, man, 100%. I agree. Let's jump over to the charts here real quick. Let's kind of see who's winning. So right now we got Yagobi. He
Let's
is down
go.
about 13 cents. You're down, bro. You're down.
Up, man.
You're about 16 cents now, about 0.8%. Then we got the legend Marian up about 18 cents. Wow, things are changing quickly though. This is crazy. It's gonna be fun to see who wins at the end of this. But Marion is now up. He's the leader right now. If we would end it right now, Marion would win. And then we have Instant right there at 15 cents, right behind him. And then we have
Beautiful.
me, not doing well, not doing good, but I got a feeling my luck is about to turn here. So I'm
could
down
be
about
anyone's game.
4.8%, except mine at this point. Here we go. Come on, guys. We're coming back.
That 5-minute entry differential, I think, made a huge difference on that.
Yes,
on
dude.
That play.
100%. Like I feel robbed.
It was a calculated stall on my part by making Shizzy do that
strategy
in there.
That's strategy, bro.
I can't beat him though, because like my entry price is 42.88, and because you canceled his original trades and put him back once ETH dropped lower, but it's all good.
It was calculated.
He copied my strategy anyways.
This is fun. This is fun though, really fun. So yeah, it looks like we can go over a few things here. Marion, I'm curious, are you looking potentially at anything not Bitcoin and Ethereum? Is there anything that you like to trade on here that you're kind of looking into in the future, and you're kind of like, okay, I want to go long this, but like when I say long this, I don't mean with leverage. I basically mean like, is there anything that you're holding for the long term right now that's kind of exciting to you?
I didn't buy any of Pengu, but Pengu is looking pretty strong.
Yeah, that's kind of a lower cap. When was that? It's probably what, like
2.1 billion. 2.1 billion.
Oh wow, that's not a little one. That's a big one.
yeah. Top 50 coin, but you know that Luca Nets, man. But so you would take leverage on that, right?
My setup is presented on the monthly chart, so it's even a good spot buying opportunity as well for like 2x, easy 2x. Should be
for the cycle.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So if you're doing that logically from a trader's perspective, that's fine if you're doing spot, but you're probably most likely going to use like size with this.
Yeah, for spot always size.
Yeah.
Even risk more, but even you can take like a small leverage play right here. Maybe just take 2x, manage your stops and manage your risk management, and you should be good. You can leverage it. Why not?
Yeah. Is there any other reasons why you like Pengu though, other than just the price action? Is there any like fundamental reason?
This is just the price action based.
Okay.
It's the pretty clean chart on the monthly. The same similar stuff that Fartcoin did. So that's why I saw it and executed the edge. Other than that, nothing much actually. Solana swept the previous month high, and we are just reacting off of it. And other just need some higher pumps because we're just retracing currently on some pumps because of today's price action.
It does seem like the large caps are moving. So originally we had Bitcoin move, right? Bitcoin moved strong, and then Ethereum was the strongest. And now it looks like we got, but BNB at an all-time high. Solana looking really good, up 6% today. Dogecoin up 13% today. Hyperliquid up 20% at a new all-time high. It does feel like we're in the large caps like part of the cycle. Do you agree? Do you also agree with the trends of everything?
We are changing a bit, most definitely, because just look at what's Ethereum doing on the daily chart. Like there is zero volume. Like insane consolidation. Insane consolidation on the daily chart from Ethereum perspective.
Yeah.
Who's buying these alts, these blue chip alts? Because it is the blue chip alts right now that are getting some attention. Do you think it's institutional, or do you think it's retail whales?
Some of them can be institutional, but just whales firms probably.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, because institutions are still conservative right now. If they do go a little risk on, it's very specific. There's specific reasons why they're a treasury company or something that's forming for that, right? Like Solana last week, or we're hearing stuff about Sui and stuff like that. So these are retail whales then. So retail whales they still have, you know, they're impactful. It's showing right here. You know, they're still making some noise in terms of being able to show they can move the markets, some of these alts and stuff. But they're even acting pretty conservative this cycle, right?
Yeah, it's not the same. Last cycle was outrageous. Like
100%. Ace, same question to you, man. Is there anything that you're looking to trade? I know you threw Hyperliquid in the chat there. Is that something that you're interested in trading, and do you trade it often?
I really just like the majors.
Okay.
Because sticking to the majors has helped me out like a lot. But there are a few like altcoins that are doing like pretty well. So yeah, I mean, for me, Solana's always good. Ethereum, BTC, Hike, even Link has been like doing well recently over like the past like 2.5 months. So trading that pair has been nice. And now like I think like a good upside opportunity is definitely trading Pump because of what they're doing with creator fees, and there's a lot of people from Twitch migrating over to their platform to do streaming because they get an immediate impact right away instead of like waiting for Twitch to approve them with certain things, like whatever how they do their contracts. But yeah, I stick to those few coins right there. And that
Interesting
makes the most
call with
sense for me.
Pump. Yeah, I do like that a lot.
Pump. Yeah,
I've been hearing some rumblings as well
about Pump.
Yeah, I think some people think that like it's in like a good position right now to rebound.
So it was in a really good position. We were talking about it on our show when it was at 0.0022. I still think it's in a pretty good position, but I do need some more proof that this content creator meta is actually going to have sustainability, because this isn't the first time they've talked about that. They started really trying to hype it up a bit, I want to say 2-3 months ago, but it's almost kind of like they flipped a switch this past 2 weeks, and they're working directly with, because like the big streamers weren't putting a lot of effort into it before, but it seems like they are now. But still, I'm not sold on that meta yet, until like you can sustain, like, you know, earning money through streaming, like, and you don't have to do anything crazy, you don't have to like rug your audience or anything like that. And if that's the case, if they can create a sustained content creator, you know, economy through this, and it's an honest approach, then I think that the sky's the limit for this trade. So
yeah, I 100% agree. What about you, Marion? Do you like Pump Fun in the scenario that it potentially could pump here?
I can see it pumping. Yeah, they have a lot of money, so
it's them pumping their own coin, you're saying?
They're using fees to buy back.
Yeah,
the Hyperliquid method. Yeah, man.
Yep.
They just need time. So
yeah. Marian, I got a quick question for you. So did you trade, or do you still trade like TradFi stocks or derivatives or anything like that?
Indices, yeah.
Indices. Okay, so you're familiar with the stock exchange and all that, right?
I use so
Forex. But like, how familiar? The reason why I'm asking this in general is because I'm seeing a little bit of a shift in terms of, well, a decent sized shift in terms of focus of our space. And I feel like TradFi and, you know, traditional markets players and institutions are really trying to start molding our space, and retail users like ourselves, and maybe not the huge whales because they're really in tune with like big money, but I think like the average retail user, like crypto Twitter and stuff, they're kind of like, what's happening? You know, alts aren't really moving like they have previous cycles. But I think it's because the big money that moves in are really trying to shape the industry, and they're trying to control it with what they think is valuable and what's not. And then maybe big retail whales are just kind of mimicking them a little bit, but the rest of the space is kind of lost a little bit. Do you see that as well? And if that's what you see, do we need to change the way we view our industry?
Well, it's a good and a bad thing, because the bad thing is that they will try to control us, like you said. And the good thing is that new money will come, and potentially a bit stabler like prices. It should be maybe cleaner and easier to trade these crypto assets. More liquidity, more volume. Think of that.
So
So
how do you
there's
look at opportunities then? Like if there's a regular everyday audience member listening right now, they're listening to us to try to find like the next 50x, 100x, but maybe, you know, there's a different approach to opportunities in the future. What would you say that they can focus on?
I think the majority of on-chain stuff will like be how it is now, but
Okay.
I'm saying this is just for the majors currently focused for the TradFi.
Gotcha. And they will determine if something is hot and up and coming and stuff, and then you gotta look out for those opportunities, or that's
Yeah,
what
but
that
on the majors and high caps, you won't find any like big opportunities except like if you're gonna perp trade. But if you're gonna perp trade, you can like just leverage it with technical analysis, and that's the thing where it should become easier with more liquidity and more volume in, because price will be more steady, no like manipulations and stuff like that. It should be
Gotcha.
more like regulated.
Gotcha.
Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, man. I'm definitely. I don't know how I feel about that though. Like as the
Yeah,
market
it's
gets
like
more
mixed.
regulated, I feel like they're gonna put handcuffs on me and be like, "You can't do this," right? And
Yeah.
I like doing whatever the hell I want to do when I want to do it, right? That's the reason why we're all in crypto. Mary, how do you feel about more regulation? I know that kind of benefits what you guys are doing and stuff like
Yeah,
that, right?
but also like it's mixed signals. It's not gonna be the same as before.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We just need to
Okay.
adapt. Like you can do anything about it. You just need to adapt and go with the flow with it.
That's where my mind is going towards,
Yeah.
because you know there's probably going to be some, you know, things that they look at. We're honestly, it's going to be, I think it's going to be better for the space long term, because sustainability, stable,
Yes.
be more stable. But like, you know, they might start talking about revenue of some of these companies on a
Mhm.
quarterly basis and stuff like that, which we're not used to that.
Yeah.
But you know, they are, and they're trying to mold this space. And so would you ever like, could you see yourself trading based off of like quarterly report, not with this situation, but like Artura's quarterly report of 2026 Q3? Is that a realistic kind of situation where people would trade off of that for our space?
I think yeah, like stocks. That's what stock people do.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's the one thing that's kind of got me, right? Like Magic Eden, for instance, right? It's been down only since launch for almost a whole year now, about 10 months. And it probably does more revenue, especially with the size of the team it has. It probably has a 9 or 10 like person team. I can't imagine it's that big. A lot of people have left. I mean, including Elizabeth Olsen and stuff. But like something like Magic Eden, who I know is racking in insane money in fees, especially when you see launches of coins and of NFTs, and they did 600 buys and sells. I know they probably made thousands of dollars off that. But do you see something like Magic Eden and some of these ones that actually they make money, but their token price is down only, kind of see undervalued and maybe go long for the next couple of years?
Well, if it's gonna be a public and people can see like those stats, because most of the crypto guys don't know those stats because it's like hidden. It's
They
not
don't look at that.
Yeah, they don't even look at it. So maybe it can change some things up for the future, for the better,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I agree. I think it will help people, retail traders, actually win more. Maybe not the crazy 100 or 10,000x, but
Yeah.
like for sustainable portfolios and stuff. But Instant, I'm curious on your perspective, being a part of this like core contributing team. Do you think moving kind of more towards that TradFi mindset is better for a platform like Artura, or how would it affect it? Because it could roll in new products too, product offerings for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just always a matter of like, gaining something, but you have to like, abandon another piece of, I guess, the industry in this case. I mean, I'm kind of like, I kind of agree with Marian in here. I think like the I don't want to say like fundamentals, but like the way people trade and go about trading might change, and that might remove, I guess like the volatility that you're gonna see. But I mean, ultimately, yeah. I mean, I think like it probably produces like a smarter trades, and it's a little less so like the Wild West, and yeah, and I don't know, like it's a lot more like TradFi strategies being over here. I mean, I don't think any of it's bad, but
Yeah. Well, I think there could be a mix of both too, because you got to remember there is volatility in TradFi as well, especially in risk-on environments. If you look back to 2021, the tech kind of risk-on phase, right? You had a lot of people throwing money at the companies like Nikola or the NDMI, which is like a 3D motherboard producer, and so I think there'll still be like markets that like platforms like Artura can be like, okay, this is more of a volatile type of assets. This is more stable and stuff. So it's gonna be interesting for sure.
I mean, I don't think any of the like. I think there's always going to be a place for like people. This is like an industry that's like we launch. There's coin launches. There's like new projects that are popping up. Like I don't think any of these like things go away. I think like maybe some like the majors or like some of the I guess like more industry backed or industry aligned coins probably end up looking a lot more TradFi, but like I think there's always going to be like that market for like the new thing, and
absolutely
that we see already here.
Yeah, very interesting. So Stan has a question. He says, is Justin Sun a saint or a sinner? That actually goes right into my next topic here, what I was going to bring up. So WillFi. So last week we did have WillFi go live. WillFi is the Trump-backed coin. Donald Trump is a founder of that, but he's like, I forget what they call it. Like, it's not real founder, but he's like a celebration founder or something. But anyway, so we do know his sons, though, are a big part of this company, and they launched a WillFi token. And Justin Sun, we know he put about 100, a insane amount of money into it, I think 100 million or something, but his tokens are worth a ton. And he got 20% unlocked right away, and he was doing some type of, I don't know what he was doing, but his tokens hit the market and stuff like that. I'm curious your opinion, Marion, of what happened on the situation with Justin Sun and WillFi.
He was just checking to see if he can sell his positions.
Yeah.
So that's the thing that happened.
Yeah.
And he wasn't able to, was he?
As a trader, does that keep you out of it?
Yeah, I'm out of it. My
Okay.
guys were prolonging it, but they're all down bad, so they're waiting to pump.
Yeah. So something like that's a big red flag for you. If you see, first of all, Justin Sun said he was trying to basically test to see if he could, because I think he tried to sell 1 million, and then maybe he tried to sell 8 million. I'm not sure, but that's when they blacklisted his address. But blacklisting an address, though, is that something that keeps you away from that token?
That's bearish, yeah.
Even though it's WillFi, though.
Well, it's just bearish, but I'm not catching any new like launches, even though it's a big figure like Trump, because you can see every token that celebrity launches, it just goes straight to zero. And just check the correlation between that chart and Trump chart. It's like the same.
Very heavily correlated. That makes sense. Yeah. That makes sense for sure.
Like every celebrity coin is correlated with Trump token and others, Melania and other stuff.
Gotcha.
So I'm staying out of them.
So when you're hearing about this from from Artura's perspective, would this be something that you guys might not add to your exchange for this exact reason? Potentially you could have these type of problems. I don't, because obviously you guys don't hold the actual asset, right?
Yeah, I mean, but we still are the counterparty in every trade. So yeah, I mean, like I think like generally celebrity coins are not something that you want to add. They could we want to promote like projects that are a little bit more stable. I think like you have to be around for a certain amount of time, and do have a certain amount of volume and liquidity and things like that. So in this case, we probably wouldn't be adding it anytime soon. But you never know for the believers out there.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. All right, guys, it's time to check the chart. Oh wow, the chart's actually not working, so we can't do it. So
what? No, you're just
I'm
down.
just kidding. I'm just down bad.
You're just down.
I'm down 4% of the trade. So let's go over it real quick. Yagobi, He is down about 50 cents, about 2.5%. Marion, the only one in the green. Congratulations to Marion.
Let's go.
Obviously, absolutely awesome, man. I did. Let me hold on. I have something for you. Ready? I think here we go. Congratulations,
Beautiful.
friend.
Yeah.
So we have sound effects now here on StreamYard. So now we can wait things
There we go. So should I talk about my horrible strategy and why I did what I did?
Let's go. Yeah, tell me. I want to know.
Okay. So I'm gonna if you can go to actually I could just show you here. I'm gonna bring up the chart real quick and show everybody why I am not a professional trader. But give me 1 second here. Sharing the screen. All right. Okay. So at first I was going to short, which would have been bad anyways, right? I was gonna short Ethereum based on because I didn't know it was gonna only be today, based on the 4-hour chart, right? So I was like thinking, okay, the 4 hour was gonna give me a pretty, like it looks like the buy pressure is done here. I go off of momentum indicators a lot, and then stochastics was heading down here. So I was like, okay, for the 4 hour, that's still pretty high out. So I was trying to match it up with the hour. The hour looked pretty bad too. You can see here that the sell pressure is still pretty strong, as well as the stochastics just got over into the oversold territory, right? But then you said it was only the hour. So I zoomed it in and I got to the 15-minute because this is what I use a lot of times for my entry. And now it was just now crossing over to the buy pressure. And so that is why I did what I did, but it seems to not have worked. And that's why you don't only use indicators, because sometimes you could still get wrecked, even though those indicators are telling you that it's going to head into a certain direction. So that is why I lost, guys.
100%. But guys, I'm actually the real winner because I have now $13,000 in Artura volume.
Exactly.
Thank you, guys. I got it for you guys. I'll do it.
That was so sneaky too.
I get the volume. You guys get nothing but an applause. But no, I'm joking. Congratulations, Marion, man. You definitely deserve it. Obviously, the better trader out of us three. But you get a victory speech, Marion.
I think we called this last week too.
We
We
did.
came up with this idea.
Marion, you get a victory speech, bud. You got to say something.
I don't know. This is just just based on the feel, so no TA here included. So just a luck.
That's fine.
100%. So next week, I was thinking, what if we do a full week? We do it next week. We
Swing
keep the trade on wherever. Yeah, we'll do a swing trade, and we'll open it at the beginning of the show, and then we'll close at the beginning of the following week. Does that sound good?
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Yeah. So we did a scalp trade this week. Next week we'll do a swing trade. Love it.
Sounds good.
Yep. All right, we'd love to give you guys stage one last time. Ace, if you're still there, any last words, bud?
Yeah.
Use
Just feel
Artura.
free, you guys check out. Yeah. Use Artura. Join up. Have some fun with 150x leverage on these coins that you love and that you pray for dearly and every day. So yeah, feel free to ping either myself, Aiden, Miriam, just to get access, or if you need like any help or anything. But definitely get some exposure to Artura, because when we become the #1 DEX, you had your opportunity. You were early, so that's all I have to say.
Love it.
Amazing. Instant, buddy. Any last words?
Yeah, we have a massive announcement dropping tomorrow at around 12 p.m. EST. So highly anticipate that. In the meantime, as well, one trade could put you at the top of the leaderboard, could win you the top prize. So you saw how easy it was here to submit a trade. Get in before the competition ends.
Absolutely,
100%, man. Yago, any last words, bud?
Yeah. Just hang in there. Don't worry. I feel like the markets will stabilize, but we're heading into possibly a huge rate cut. So keep watching this show every Tuesday at 2 p.m. so you know exactly what's going on and how to enter and exit trades, because that's what we're going to be talking about.
100%, guys, and just head over to 2100 A Bitcoin World. Get started with Botonics because we do know they're giving away the biggest Bitcoin airdrop ever. And using something like Artura on Botonics not only gets you some points with Artura, but potentially can get you a part of that Bitcoin airdrop. You definitely want to be a part of that, guys. And tune into next week. We really appreciate every single one of you guys. 218 people in here live with us every week. We are growing. Appreciate it. And tune in next week. Thank you, guys. See you next week.
Peace.
Thank you.
Peace.